salute to you, the fans. We'll continue on with the starting lineup. Wave these drivers on as they go 4 wide down the front stretch. Your top 5 starting spots. Out of Welland, Ontario, in the Golfy Concrete car number 80, it's Chris Steele. The 01 will be Mike Krutchka out of Hamilton. And here they are, folks. Wave them on, the Corpac Merchandising Sprint Cars. Starting 4th out of Hamilton in the Big Moose Racing. Instant Installation, A to Z Expediting car number 01, it's Mikey Krutchka. Then the Fenwick Flyer will start 3rd in the 27H, the 5-Star Racing Products car of Tom Hoopinen. On your front row to Tilbury, Ontario, the Patrick Welding, McKinley Electric, the Hag Shop car number 33K, it's the Tilbury Tornado Kyle Patrick. And on the pole at Thetford, Ontario, in the Crossroad Farms car number 3R, it's Shane Ross. 22 cars, 20th laps the distance here on Best Western Cairncroft night. It's the Corpac Merchandising Sprint Car A-Main event. Ross and Patrick on the front row. Got someone pointing a laser pointer down into corner 1. We need you to please stop that, or we'll have to have security come. So whoever has the laser pointer, if you please put that away. White flag is out this time by. We'll go green flag racing next time around. Shane Ross, Kyle Patrick, row 1. Tom Hoopinen, Mikey Krutchka, row 2. Chris Steele, your point leader, and Mitch Brown, row 3. Row 4, Todd Hoddick and Dave Dykstra. Row 5, Jamie Collard and Keith Dempster. As we get ready to send them off for 20 laps of battle here on Best Western Cairncroft Hotel night.
Well, Greg, Shane Ross got a 2nd place finish a couple of weeks ago in that 3R car. You think the rookie can get it done from the front row, or will Kyle Patrick get back to victory lane? Tom Hoopinen up there as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. It's time to end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
Here we go. Shane Ross and Kyle Patrick file down into turn number 1. Here comes Dave Dykstra, making it 3 wide with the 5D.
Down the back stretch, they rumble with Shane Ross as your leader. Early problems for Zach Zumpy in the 11Z. Troubles for Jamie Turner. He hops the berm up in corner 3. That will bring out the yellow flag.
Kyle Patrick also caught that berm up there, but it hit Jamie Turner harder. We do have to go yellow for the 11 of Jamie Turner, who caught that cushion up there.
Material.com restart going on the front stretch. And next time by, we'll go green flag racing for Shane Ross, your leader, in the 3R. The 27H, that's Tom Hoopinen in 2nd. Kyle Patrick in the 33K is 3rd. 4th is 5D of Dave Dykstra. And 5th right now is the 80, the point leader. Chris Steele sits in 5th. And of course, Glenn Styres trying to chase him down in the points, and Glenn's struggling at the back of the field right now, sitting in 20th. Ready to get back on the hammer now is Shane Ross. He'll dive it down the banking off of corner 4 and bring this field back to life.
Single file past the cone, they have to go, and now they fan out. Chris Steele making an outside move. He gets around the 5D of Dykstra.
They rumble down the back stretch 3 wide in some spots, but out front, Shane Ross holding down the lead over Tom Hoopinen.
Chris Steele is fast on the bottom in that 80 car. That's around Kyle Patrick now. He's up into the 3rd spot. Shane Ross up front. Tom Hoopinen trying to chase down the rookie driver.
Ross, Hoopinen, Steele up into 3rd spot now. Kyle Patrick back to 4th. Dave Dykstra in 5th. Mitch Brown having a good run tonight, looking and knocking on the door of a top 5.
Close racing back around the 10th spot. Jamie Collard, and now Collard gets sideways. Krutchka piles into him, nowhere to go. Moffitt also has to spin to avoid. So tough break there for Mikey Krutchka and Kyle Moffitt. Jamie Collard got the 7X sideways up there at turn 4, and Krutchka just had nowhere to go on that one. Got into the side of the 7X. Kyle Moffitt also had to come to a stop to avoid running into Krutchka and Collard.
Green flag racing with 16 laps to go. 4 into the record books, and the rookie Shane Ross up front. He's been oh so impressive, Tommy. He's got good equipment coming from Dustin Daggett, but still, you have to be a good wheelman to wheel one of these sprint cars.
These days, everybody's got pretty good equipment around here, so you definitely have to have the right mix of driving ability out there as well. We see Dane Nida joining the tail end of the field again in the 07X. Will get set to go back green here.
Single file past the cone on the front stretch with 16 laps to settle it here in the A-Main for the Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars.
Single file past the cone again. This is where Chris Steele made up his ground in the last restart, and again in the middle, Verve East fast with the number 80.
Chris Steele to the outside. He's looking for his 3rd win of the season. He'll now take a look to the inside of Ross.
Steele got a win 2 weeks ago. He's looking for his 3rd win of the year on the outside again of Shane Ross as they enter turn 3.
Ross and Steele go at it wheel to wheel down the front stretch, and the real deal's in the front now. Troubles about mid-pack. Jamie Collard and Travis Cunningham loop it around. The white flag is out. We'll go back to green flag racing next time around with Chris Steele, your leader. Shane Ross in 2nd. Tom Hoopin in 3rd. Mitch Brown 4th. And Kyle Patrick in 5th. Chris Steele looking for his 3rd win of the year. Yet another driver who had never gotten a win in a sprint car. He gets 1, and now he's working on number 3 already. So it's been a dream season for a few drivers that we've never seen in Victory Lane.
We mentioned earlier tonight, Chris Steele and Travis Cunningham have been alternating Friday night wins all this month, and right now it would be Chris Steele's turn in that order, so we'll see what Tom Hoopin and Shane Ross and the rest of this field has to say about it as we go back. Green flag racing with Steele out front.
The real deal, Chris Steele feels a short challenge from Shane Ross, and now troubles for the 33K of Kyle Patrick, who almost clipped the 5C of Connor Mahoney, but got it to the infield. That was close.
Patrick clipped the infield barrier with the left front and flattened it, and that's why he had no steering on that car, as we're going to have to go yellow once again. Patrick in a precarious position over there on the back straightaway.
He nearly got into the 5C of Connor Mahoney, and that would have been messy, but somehow just got it into the infield, so a tough break for Kyle Patrick on the left front.
Yeah, Patrick got into corner 1, and I think he clipped the inside barrier just a bit, and that flattened the tire. A bit of a rough start here to this feature race. He's up into the top 6 now in the 0 car. 3rd place, Travis Cunningham in the 71. He's 3rd in points, but had that problem earlier on. He's back at the rear of the field as we get the white flag. We'll be set to go for 13 more laps of green flag action.
Back to the green flag with 13 laps to settle it. Chris Steele, Shane Ross rumble down into corner 1 and 2.
Glenn Styres, the only driver in the top 7 to use the top side, and now he gets around a couple cars. He's up into the top 4.
Remember, he is chasing down Chris Steele in the point standings, and he's chasing him down on the track. trying to keep pace with the current point leader. Meanwhile, Tom Hoopanen and Shane Ross get close together down in corner 2.
Steele has changed lines. He's up on the top side now. Styres gets up over the cushion in turn 4. He falls back. Shane Ross solidly into second, and he's back trying to chase down Steele.
Steele works it through corner number 3. Shane Ross second. Tom Hoopanen in third. Glenn Styres up to 4th. Cross flag throughout. 10 in, 10 to go.
Hoopanen gets a good run out of turn 4, but Ross gets a better run off the bottom side, but not that time, as now Hoopanen dives into the bottom side. He takes over the second spot. Here comes Styres back into the fight.
Second and third battling amongst each other in the bottom groove, and Glenn Styres takes the high ride around, says, no, I'll take that spot, and he goes into second, and he's got his sights set on the leader, Chris Steele.
And Styres got a great run down the back straightaway that time. He took up a lot of ground, and he's really right on the back end of Chris Steele now, as they'll be into lap traffic shortly. Styres with a big slide job on Steele.
He grabs the top spot. He was mediocre in his qualifying heat, started 13th in the feature, and now is at the point, but Chris Steele on the bottom side remains right there.
Styres sees two slower cars side by side up ahead of him. He's going to have to thread the needle here in a lap or two as he starts to pull away from the leader, Steele.
Styres will lead this lap with now just 6 laps to go. Styres catching now teammate Jamie Collard as they go down the back chute.
Hoopanen now starting to catch up to the back end of Steele. Hoopanen trying to get that second spot away. He came into the night 4th in the point standings, and he wants to improve on that with several other point contenders having trouble tonight.
This time by will be 4 to go for the Ohsweken Flyer, Glenn Styres, and now Tom Hoopanen into the second spot as he's trying to work that top groove, and so is Kyle Moffitt. Look at him trying to sling all these cars in the top groove.
Moffitt, you remember, was spun around earlier in the race, had to restart at the tail. He's up fighting for a top 5 spot now as Styres puts a lap on Steve Goldberg.
Yeah, Dave Dykstra just got up into the T27, put him into the wall momentarily, and now Mitch Brown nearly collects Shane Ross.
Styres way out front, a full straightaway over the battle for second. Steele and Hoopanen going at it.
Glenn Styres leading the way over Tom Hoopanen, Chris Steele third, Dave Dykstra 4th, Kyle Moffitt now up to 5th as we'll see the white flag off of 4.
Styres comes down the front stretch with a good lead over that battle for the second spot. Hoopanen has it now, and Styres threading the needle once again through slower traffic.
Styres works it down the back stretch. He's got a straightaway advantage over Tom Hoopanen. He'll take the checkered flags off of corner number 4, and your winner is Glenn Styres.
Second at the line, that one will go to Tom Hoopanen. Then it's Chris Steele, Kyle Moffitt from the back of the field, and Dave Dykstra rounding out the top 5.
So your winner tonight of the A-Main for the Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars on Best Western Carencroft night is Glenn Styres aboard car number 0. Tommy Googe will head down trackside and we'll draw the 50-50 ticket number in victory lane with the Ohsweken Flyer, Glenn Styres. Don't forget, one more feature to go with the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks. They'll be 3, 4, 5 wide in their feature. Glenn Styres, your winner. Tom Hoopanen second. Chris Steele third. Kyle Moffitt 4th. Dave Dykstra 5th. And 6 through 10, Jim Hoopanen, Mitch Brown, Dane Nida, Shane Ross, and Travis Cunningham. Let's set it down. Trackside Engine Pro Racing Winner's Circle with Tommy Gooch.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. From last to first.
Here comes Glenn Styres out of the car. Make some noise for him. Your feature winner here tonight, the Ohsweken Flyer, Glenn Styres.
That was awesome.
Glenn says that was awesome, and Glenn, that was pretty awesome. You were running the top side there, and early in the race, you were pretty far back. Had to think you didn't have much of a shot until those caution flags came out.
Well, you know what? It was started in 13th, and then I got run off the end of the track, and I think it was pretty close to last. I was behind Burbridge there. The company back to the front with 20 laps. That's incredible. I'm ready for Tony Stewart now to kick his butt.
Well, Glenn, not sure how much you look at the point standings every week, but you're still in this one. You were up into the second spot and finished ahead of Chris Steele tonight, so a good round for the championship chase as well.
You know what's incredible about this sprint car series? Anybody can win. It doesn't matter who races what and where. There's anybody in this field can win. Everybody's so incredible here. You guys are really getting a treat. These guys are becoming the best 360 racers in the country. So that's we give it to them, man. Like, it's awesome.
What do you want to thank for getting you here to the Engine Pro Racing Winners Circle?
Well, first of all, Hill Racing Moms, Hill my partner, and my brother Kurt Styres. You know, without them guys, I couldn't do it. They helped me out, support me 100%. And all you fans make it all possible for us out here. Keep coming back. Bring all your friends. I love you guys. Thanks.
There he is. That's Glenn Styres. He gets the feature win here tonight, and he's going to come over and make somebody a few dollars richer with our 50-50. Glenn, we got a job for you.
I told you it was like opening night. Hey, Claire, get out of the way. You're ruining the picture. I'm ruining the picture. Yeah.
Glenn? Hey guys, you want in?
That was actually when I found upstairs and was cleaning up. Yeah, from last year. Good job, guys. That was cool.
The thing is, the first two laps was too tight.
Yeah.
Over here, guys. Quickly. Over here.
Yeah, then you got to the top.
Over here. Okay? Okay.